on the air. Our sponsor tonight is John Jones. John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John. We bring live and on the air. Going to stay over in Knox County. Going to talk to a coach that's 2-0, and I'm sure he's very happy. Came away a big winner last Friday night, 19-14 over Brevard, and maybe got a little exposed, maybe found out a few things, but we got live and on the air. The guy that started this show with me called Inside the Headset, head coach of the Knox Catholic Fighting Irish, head coach Philip Shadowens. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great, Stork. How you doing?
Doing really well. Well, talk to us a little bit about the 1914 battle of 48 minutes you was in this past Friday night.
Well, it was a battle, and we knew it would be. They're a very talented team. They had won. We beat them last year at third place, and they went on and won 9 or 10 in a row, and got beat in the semis by the eventual state champion. And we'll probably run the table again this year, and probably win a state championship this year, from what I've been told. But we played. I don't know, sporadic maybe. Played exceptionally hard, made some mistakes. Didn't put the game away when we had chances to put the game away, and kind of let them hang on and hang around. And but at the end of the day, made enough plays to win the football game. And man, I was really proud of our kids for battling through some adversity. And you learn something about your team when you play a close game. And so we learned that our kids are gonna fight and battle. And so I was proud of that. And we had a lot of lessons to be learned. And so we did that as well. And so, ready for the next one, but certainly glad to be 2-0.
Well, and did you get a chance to play a lot of kids, or did you stay with just your core?
We still played quite a few kids, but obviously didn't go near as deep as we did the week before when it was 50-13. But we're still testing a lot of things, and still had a sophomore quarterback playing, Mac Bartholomew. I didn't play our senior, at all. That's recovering from injury, and so it was a great opportunity for Mac too. We threw a pick, really my fault, and the receiver ran the wrong route. Threw a pick and gave them the lead, and then we ran down the field, and Mac led us down the field, made a great throw, about a 35-yard touchdown pass to put us back on top, and we stayed on top the rest of the way out. So I learned a lot about that kid's mental toughness and ability to battle as a sophomore and in game 2 of his career in high school. So, we're looking forward to getting our senior quarterback back. Everybody calls him QB1 or whatever. He's thrown for 7,700 yards. But I tell you what, I can't say enough good things about Mac Bartholomew and the job that he's done coming in and learning an offense and being there and being our leader these first 2 weeks. Done a great job for us.
Well, and there might be some situations where you have to run a double quarterback, just, switching it up. You just don't know as you work him back in off of injury. You may run a double system on Friday night.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you need two good quarterbacks. And to be honest with you, we have a freshman that's absolutely fantastic as well, in Garrett King. So, we're blessed, and I've never had a quarterback room like that, to be perfectly honest with you. And Jaden has done such a great job as a senior, being injured and just really leading those young guys, and does a great job with them on the sideline. I mean, he's been a great leader. Everything you could ever imagine as a kid who's been injured like he has. But this week we get him back. I mean, he was released last week. I just chose. I've got to feel good about putting him in game situations before I put him in, regardless of what doctors and everybody else says. So, he'll play some this week and. Kind of get his feet wet a little bit, and we'll kind of ease him back into action. But it's a special quarterback room that we have at Knoxville Catholic. It truly is. And our kids, not just our quarterbacks, our kids have fought and they've bought into everything we're trying to sell, and they just work hard every day, and it's become a really fun group to be around. So I'm pleased with where you are. Obviously, we all know it's easier when you're winning. Our schedule continues to get tougher as we move forward, and it starts this week as well. And so, I'm just looking forward to keep getting better and see how good this team can be.
Penalty-wise, did you feel like you managed the game pretty good, or did you feel like you made a few that you shouldn't?
Well, early on, we got called for some holds, and they were legit. We got called for a late hit out of bounds, which was a borderline one, but, that's player safety things. And so we had a few more penalties early. As the game went on, we cleaned that up, but it put us behind the 8 ball early, really on offense. We had some, we had like 3 holding calls in the first, quarter and a quarter and a half, and those things. There's not great plays to call when it's 1st and 20. That's not what you want to be in. So certainly we got to clean those things up. Those are plays. It wasn't really bad, things that happen, but at the same time we got to be, we got to be better, not get those calls.
Well, like you said, you're 2-0, and now you catch Winter Haven, Florida, and it says it's at home. Is it at home? Are they coming to you?
They are coming to us. They're coming in tomorrow, actually, I think, and from what I've been told, and um, they were looking for a game. I guess last year we played a small little Catholic school out of Atlanta that just we were up 28-0. I think 6 minutes into the game, it didn't do us anything, didn't do us any good, and so they were looking for a game, and I guess they called us. This happened last year. Sometime they called last year during football season, actually, and uh, you know. So when I was asked about it, I said, well, I'm in the middle of football season. I can't research, teams. Our AD, our AD scheduled this one, and their coach. I mean, honest, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he's from this area. He played at Carson Newman, and I think it was an opportunity to get his kids, some exposure in other places, and so they're coming up to play. Obviously Winter Haven, Florida. Everybody knows where Winter Haven is. It's a great place for spring baseball training, and a lot of athletes there. They're a very fast team, and they're 1-1. They got kind of beat pretty good last week by a team that's ranked fifth in the state, I believe, in Florida. And then they dominated the team week one, 35-0. So we're going to get a very athletic team, a team that does a lot of different things offensively than we're used to seeing. But at the same time, they want to come to Tennessee, and it's all about Florida football against Tennessee football. How everybody makes that stuff, and so that for our kids, it's about winning the game. There's not going to be a whole lot of teams that are 3-0 after 3 weeks, and that's about as good as you can get. And so our kids are motivated to be one of those teams that still has an unblemished record, and a lot of teams don't have that this time of year, and so we have a lot of motivation to play. Our kids have had an unbelievable week of practice, and man, they're excited about the opportunity to play somebody from Florida and from that far away, and our kids understand the challenge that it's going to be. But man, probably the best week of practice we've had all year long, and our kids have just really worked. I'm really proud of them.
Well, Coach, I can't thank you enough for being on Inside the Headset. In the background, while I'm broadcasting, I got on behind me. Sonny's getting ready to go to work against the Brewers. They're getting ready to start that game, so I'm watching it and doing the coaches shows. But we appreciate you joining us here live and on the air. And have a good Friday night. And we'll probably won't be a show next week. I think I'm going to Alabama Wireless. But we will talk to you in 2 weeks.
Well, I'm getting ready to walk in and turn Sonny Gray on the TV myself. I was out here in my driveway, and I'm getting ready to walk in and watch it myself. And we bought the MLB stuff just so we could watch Sonny pitch. So I'm getting ready to head in and watch him pitch myself. So hopefully he'll have a good night, and he had a good outing last game. So hopefully he'll have another good night. The Cardinals need to win for sure. They're kind of getting
he can't get. Well, and it seems like when it's the same old, same old. He just doesn't get any bats when he pitches. Very few times he gets. I mean, I don't need. I mean, he can do a lot of damage. I mean, you know him well. I mean, he gets one run. You give him just one run cushion, and the next time he comes out, I mean, if you have to be a lame brain not to realize that one run just fires him up. I mean, it makes him go. But if he gets a 4 or 5, if he could get 4 or 5, I don't know what he'd do. He'd probably dance in the street. But I mean, it's just part of it.
No. We went to Atlanta to watch him, and he got rained out that night, so he couldn't stay for the next night. I had an appointment I had to get back to football, but so we all went down to Atlanta to watch him pitch on a Friday night and stayed the night and all those kind of things, but didn't get to see him pitch. But that's the way it goes. It's football season, and I'll talk. I always talk to Sonny every now and then. I'll text him during baseball season just to encourage him or congratulate him on something. But our talking generally comes after baseball season's over. So hopefully he'll finish the season strong, and maybe the Cardinals can find a way to get a wild card. Who knows?
Yeah, he sent me a text. He said, "How's it going?" I said, "You don't want to know. Smyrna's 0-2 right now." So he said, "Oh, what's going on?" I said, "Rough start. They're trying to find their way, but they'll work it out."
Small world story. Small world. I know you got to go, but small world. So I take my grandson to the Tennessee game on Saturday, and he's just 5, so I don't take him to many because it's crowded.
Oh my gosh, painful,
and,
Coach.
And so I happened to sit, and sure enough, me and him get there an hour before the game, and 20 minutes before game time, somebody comes in, and it's Matt Williams and his son, and so I got to sit beside Matt. We we left. We left by halftime. Walker was hot, so was I. I was glad Walker was hot because Pawpaw was really hot. But anyway, I got to sit by Matt and his son, and I enjoyed getting to talk to Matt. I don't get to talk to Matt very often, and they're struggling, but I have no doubt they'll get it turned around. And, they'll end up going 7-3, or they'll end up going 6-4. They'll end up having a good record and be a good playoff seed, and we'll see what happens. So
yeah,
he was a little frustrated. Anybody 0-2 is going to be frustrated, but they'll get it turned around.
yeah, and he's of course. I guess the big one he's going to try to watch out for. He don't want to lose Stewart's Creek. He hasn't lost. I don't think Smyrna's lost to Stewart's Creek since the school started. So I think they've had their
No,
number.
it hasn't. It hasn't. Stewart's Creek's a little better this year too, from what I understand. And I don't get to keep up with all that, but so I just look at scores and read some of the paper stuff. But yeah, Matt said they hadn't played as well as he'd expected, and he's a little disappointed. But they'll be fine. Matt'll get them playing, and Smyrna will take some pride in that purple and go like they always do, and they'll find a way to win some games.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I haven't been down to see it, but they say the beautiful facility, of course, the Hollingshead family, Smyrna Ready Mix, and the money they've given not only to Smyrna but all the schools here in Rutherford County. The Hollingshead family is they're a special bunch of people, and ever since I've been involved in high school football, middle school, and everything, it's not just. I mean, they give to all the schools.
Oh, absolutely, and they've done so much at school. And Sherry, the principal there, who was hired back when I was the head football coach. She was hired as a soccer coach originally, and I'm friends with Sherry. Been friends with Sherry for a long time. She as the building was getting built, she would send me pictures and videos and all kinds of things along the way. And what a beautiful facility, and a credit to Smyrna Ridimix. I was in Smyrna when they were in tough times, and they got back out of tough times and started kind of rolling. And what a blessing they've been to a lot of schools and facilities and young men and women. And credit goes to them for being willing to give that kind of sum of money. You can build that kind of building. So a lot of pride in that, and I'm certainly happy for for Smyrna High School and the things they're able to build. And what a great credit to the Hollandheads family. I think the Dow Jones people have also had some contributions to some of that as well. And that's big time when you can get all that. So congratulations to them, and I have no doubt Smyrna will turn it around.
Well, your old boss, he's looking down, probably smiling, old Robert L. Rakes.
Dude, I talked to Mr. Rakes last week before Game 1, and he's still kicking. And he went to Game 1 up there at Smyrna. He went there and got to go tour the building and stuff. And he takes as much pride today in Smyrna High School as he took when I was a 7-year-old kid cleaning the football field for him. So he takes a lot of pride, and it's a neat thing to see. And I love talking to Mr. Rakes, and we get to talk every 2 or 3 weeks, and he's still kicking, and he still loves Smyrna now.
Yeah, him and Gene Carr, you can't kill them. They're gonna stay around forever. I'm telling you. All right. Well, Coach, thanks a lot for being on the show, and good luck Friday night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate your story.
See you. Bye.